Hello, my name is Elvis, and I am trying to watch 365 movies in 365 days. Today I'll be talking about all the movies that I saw the first week of January of 2025. I'll link up my Letterboxd down below so you can follow what I'm watching. Here are all the movies that I've seen so far. I'll be going through them week by week, just so I don't just ramble and kind of go through them without talking about them. On the first day, I saw The Secret Life of Walter Mitty on January 2nd. Secret Life of Walter Mitty, I had already seen it before. This time, it was just so fun. I really like the music in this. I like Ben Stiller. He looks smaller than he does in real life, or truly smaller than he actually is. I love the music. I love the imaginative. This movie's great. It's fine. It's funny. That Benjamin Button scene where he's just like, I love it. It cracks me up. The next movie I saw was Hatch Fire, 1990, with Jodie Foster. I didn't care about this movie. I just let this movie play out, and I just kind of mindlessly watched while I was just kind of more confused of thinking like, is this good? I don't know. I didn't really like it. I thought it was like, what the hell is that about? There's a scene. I don't even care about spoilers. But spoiler alert, there's a scene where they're like escaping through a helicopter. They're getting chased by a helicopter, and this helicopter doesn't see a fucking mountain and crashes into it and fucking explodes. That whole movie ruined it for me, or that whole scene ruined it for me. Dumb. Seriously. The next movie I saw was Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. This movie's nice. I don't know, it feels homey. It feels welcoming. I want to drink Coca-Cola like Ma Rainey does. It looks so good. I don't need any kind of ads, but just that scene alone was enough for me. I also felt very sweaty watching this movie. Oh my god, everybody was sweating. I felt like I needed to like unbutton a button. Chadwick Boseman is charming in this movie. Being that this was Chadwick's last movie, this movie was really fun. It was really fun. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. The next movie I saw was Drill Bit Taylor. This movie was fine. This movie has Owen Wilson. Goddamn, this movie is funny as hell. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, it's about these three kids who hire a mercenary to protect them from these school bullies, but that mercenary is a bum and is just needing money to hitch a ride to his own desires. I think it was Alaska. He then starts kind of teaching them the ways of the Navy SEALs and martial arts. And yeah, there's a trailer going on right here. This movie is not the best. It's not the great. That scene right there where that kid jumps, holy shit, fucking cracks me up. The way that kid gets folded, funny as hell. The next movie I saw, Robert Eggers' Nosferatu. This movie was fun. It was very dark. I had to see it in digital because that was the time when all of my friends were able to watch it. I haven't seen it again. It was very dark. This was probably like the only brightest scenes there was. That shot was fine. That shot was fine. That shot was fine. I'm clearly disproving myself. But the rest of the movie, just like that, completely dark. Not that it was a bad thing per se, but it kind of took me out of the way I watched the movie. Like, I couldn't be so invested in the movie. I had to kind of back up and think, what the hell am I looking at? But once I did know what I was looking at, it worked. It worked really well. I liked it. It was fine. But I think what happened afterwards was more important. The memes that came out from this movie, I think ruined it for me. I can't watch this in the same fear and suspense that I did when I watched it. It was just, now when I watch it, like I'm just waiting for just to yeah, it's whatever. The next movie I saw was Closing Dynasty. This movie was a short film about maybe like 14 minutes long. We follow this little girl as she collects items to hustle, to sell, to steal in order, and I'll cut it right there. I don't know, for some reason this movie reminded me of my childhood, even though I didn't grow up in such a struggle that she was in. I mean, like I felt like I was a kid in Mexico watching this, kind of like my free nature, not necessarily danger, but it was just overall nice. I liked it. I get it. The next movie I saw was My Blueberry Nights by Wong Kar-wai. I'm a big fan of Wong Kar-wai. I have a huge collection of his movies, but somehow I missed this one. This movie looks like a Wong Kar-wai movie and sounds like a Wong Kar-wai movie, but something about it just kind of felt disconnected, and I think it has something to do that this Hong Kong style of media, where there are neon lights at the time everywhere, you don't see many here in America, and it becomes difficult to kind of do your style out of your element, and you can kind of see him struggle trying to keep his aesthetic cadence of storytelling. It was fine. The story just felt very bland. There was no rise, there was no fall for me. It just kind of felt like I'm walking to a destination that I already know I'm going to. I guess there's no sense of adventure. It was alright. Those are 7 movies that I saw in January 2025. I rated them, I guess. I mean, I just gave my opinion. I wasn't critical. It was more quick than anything. It was fine. There's nothing to it. These are the movies I saw. If you have a movie you'd like me to watch, if there's a movie you want me to talk more about, please let me know. I'm more than happy to rewatch this movie or watch it and talk about it more in depth. Again, questions, comments, concerns. Does this format look alright? Are you worried about that glare? Are you worried about this glare that was kind of behind me? I am. I don't like it. This is the first video I've shot. I don't know. Whatever. Peace. See ya. Have a good night.